It starts here. When I was a teenager in the Boy Scouts, we got a new troop leader. And after several weeks, he stood in front of us and made an announcement. He said, "Boys, we're going to compete in the Boy Scout Jamboree in 6 months. We're going to get organized into teams so that the 16 areas that we can compete in, we're going to be prepared, we're going to be ready. We're going to train between now and then. We're going to organize the troop with the top Boy Scouts leading those teams. Each and every one of you will be on at least one and probably several teams. All right, let's get started." I was in the back of the room with my friend Tom, and I turned at him, and he looked at me, and he said what I was thinking. Wow, what was that? Well, not to be deterred, I went up to the troop leader when we had a break, and I said, "Sir, can I ask you a question? That was amazing. What was that?" He turned to me and put his hand on my back, and he said, "Gary, that's leadership." Maybe you've seen this. Maybe you've experienced this with a leader in the time that you've been on this earth. As I have, it got me excited. In fact, that phrase changed my life. For the last 4 decades, I've studied leadership. I've looked into it. I've read about role models. I've watched movies. I've listened to videos. I've taken courses. I've actually taught courses in leadership. Well, it starts here. Because the problem is that we only train a select few. We get a few people out there and teach them how to be leaders. And yet the Gallup group at the same time tells us we're not doing a very good job. 70% of the employees in this country are disengaged at work. 30% that are engaged, that are committed to doing good work, to committed to the goals and the mission of the organization. That's a nationwide average. That means there's a lot of organizations and companies out there that have probably no engaged employees. What about your organization? Are you better or worse than the average? And in fact, Gallup also reported that millennials, in other words, people born after 1980, are more likely to be disengaged and are probably looking for a new job. Are you feeling left out? And are you questioning why? Why do you feel left out? Since that day as a Boy Scout, after 4 decades of studying leadership, looking at role models and doing all of these things to try to understand this complex topic, I realized that we have been conditioned to look at leaders, think about leaders, and look towards a leader on a team or in an organization. I have recently come to the realization that after 4 decades, I've had it all wrong. We don't need leaders, we need leadership. Every situation, every organization, every team, every family needs leadership. Are you feeling left out? We can see what role models and leaders do, but most of us don't know how to demonstrate leadership at the right time, in the right way, to match the situation. Why? Because we haven't been taught how. It starts here. We're asking you to join this leadership movement to teach thousands of people leadership, to teach you so you don't feel left out anymore. Leadership is the ability to build relationships so that we can achieve our goals together. It starts here, it starts with you, it starts together. And Statarius wants to come to your city and provide you with the tools to hone your leadership skills. We will conduct workshops throughout the country in at least 10 cities across the United States in 2015 because it starts here. We will teach you the 7 steps of intentional leadership so that you can apply this to your job, to your organization, to your community, to your church, to your family. It's a model that will offer you the tools to learn leadership skills so that at the right time and the right way, your voice can be heard. And this workshop is only the beginning. We will give you the tools to take what you learn from the workshop and work with your teams afterwards to all learn together how to be more effective leaders, how to demonstrate leadership at the right time in the right way. Join us in this leadership movement. It starts now, it starts here, it starts with you. Don't feel left out anymore. Join us in this leadership movement.